think OMiT Queens, the guns are just better. Unfortunately, Vault's one of those maps, especially on control. The guns get hot very quickly here, especially on the defending side. Some of those spawn traps are disgusting. What's your thoughts, Mark? Is there a chance for Elation to win the Vault?
I mean, if there is a chance, it's got to be started here in Vault. They was looking good on it last time round. They did a very interesting strategy, going straight towards B first and taking that secure in the fight against Sin City. Will they do that against an OMiT roster who are absolutely laser beaming so far? I very much doubt it. We'll look to see how they'll tackle it against an OMiT roster who, it can't be said, the whole roster is just absolutely blazing, and they're looking good for it. This is grand finals times, and I don't think they want to drop another map of this tournament, and this is where they want to try and seal the deal and make sure that that prize money, the top spot, goes towards the OMiT Queens roster. Are they going to be able to secure it here in Vault? We're just a way to see, and I'm sure the girls on OMiT Queens, they just look chilled, relaxed, and they're just sitting back, not even, like, it looks like they're not even paying attention to anything else. They're totally locked in for this one. And here we go as we load in to that map. Vault control to potentially end this series. Have OMiT Queens got what it takes to secure it in a sweep fashion? Because it's going to need a reverse sweep on the other side of Elation for their chance to at least go to a second set series.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm as hopeful as I'd like to be for the side of Elation. I know Rafi, obviously counting on another championship here for the OMiT organization. They have been stellar for the COD scene. Opening gunfights about to go down here towards the A site here on control. Back and forth, it's Amelia and Rose able to find one. Mizu finds two, but unfortunately, no one from her team able to help out there. Just not gonna be enough. Although Sue's with a nice route here, chance here for the side of Elation to maybe get onto this and contest this. Really good break off from OMiT. They're able to get this A zone rolling really quickly. I believe they've got the first segment down already, nearing the second segment. Very good stuff here out of OMiT. Great break off.
Yeah, great break off to start with, but at least they're getting the trades back and forward here of your Elation, at least not taking and losing so much ticks so quickly on. It's not getting the opportunity. The defense looking strong. 3 dead in the feed. OMiT Queens are now going to be pushed back into their spawn if they find that final member, but Camps gets shot through the doorway. Oni will find that kill, and Mizu will find Amelia Rose, but Anarchy with a massive 2 to break out of that hard point, make it 3 in a row, and she manages to get the OMiT roster through that spawn trap. Now, can they push out up and towards the other side spawn? But Lila's going to get you in the back. All of a sudden, Mizu and Lila combining to still hold off that attack. But Camps stunned, checked, still wins the gunfight onto Lila. That's massive here for the OMiT roster. And now that tick of A will be secured. The added minute is added, and that'll be in minute and 34 to try and take it towards B. And they've managed to push the spawns out, so Elation are coming from further distance to try and get this defense hold here inside B side.
This is a big gunfight here. Mizu with the pistol able to clutch it up. Ani finds one as well, and that is a huge couple of gunfights for the side of Elation. If they lose art control, that definitely could have spiraled really quickly. 12-14 in lives likely going to be a big factor here with over a minute to go yet. This definitely could come down to lives. 12-12 now, a couple of gunfights going the way of OMiT Queens. Layla tries to sneak through, finds one. Mizu there for a trade. This is good stuff out of Elation. You're okay going 1-for-1 at this point. If you do that, you're up 1 life. You're going to be able to win out on lives here. Under a minute to go. Pressure towards B. Here comes the hit from Queens.
Yeah, Oni tries to find one, does get Amelia Rose, but will be traded out by Anarchy. It is 9 versus 9. It's a very close one. It could be going the way of deaths here, but it looks like it is 8 versus 8. Suze gets the time and on towards Anarchy. B still only 1 tick of progression made, or almost there, but it might be getting stopped off here as Susie finds one. All of a sudden, she finds the kill onto Fiddle. Knows there's another player inside Vault. Will challenge that and make sure that they drop off. No more tick progression even made. That was back to 0 on that B site, and now you're down to 4 lives. OMiT, no respawns left. Advantage Elation, only 3 ticks lost so far, and that's looking good for Elation as the first start here in their defense. Now they need a massive attack round. 19 seconds left to do though. Camps is going to challenge it. Finds a timing onto one. Arky finds another one. Can they keep the kills going away? No. Mizu will find that kill, and all of a sudden it's down to Camps on her own in a 1 versus 5 with 11 seconds to play. No time really to do it. She's going to have to commit towards that time, and they'll lose on kills, but Elation will win it with only 3 ticks lost. Not a bad round, really.
Yeah, that's a great round out of Elation. I would have been shocked if you would have told me that based on how these first 2 maps went, that Elation would come out win the first round on lives. That was not how I would have expected that round to go, and that's amazing to see out of them. That means the gunnies starting to click here. We talked about that being a really big factor and maybe one of their bigger struggles in the first couple of maps. Now they're getting going. If they can do that, I think this is maybe the turning point in the series for them, a chance for them to force a bracket reset. This would be one of the wildest grand finals I've ever seen if they can pull that off. It would take, though, 2 more rounds in control. We'll see if they can do it. They're going to get a good break off here on the attack. Vault, not one that is super easy to get a great break off. You have to win quite a few gunfights, but a 4-stack to catwalk. I have not seen this very often. It's working so far. Suze with the first one, Mizu with another. Is 2 down. OMiT Queens now going to have to back off and try to play some of these trades. They're able to find 2, and that should slow down the push. Anarchy from the top rope, looking for 1, looking for 2. Can they find it? Help from Camps, and OMiT Queens hold off here on the initial break-off.
Yeah, a good hold off here in the initial breakout for a moment. It looked like it was good, a 4-stack going towards Catwalk. And it was giving us some kills, but now you see 2 more in the feed. Go in the way of Elation. Make that phrase. Mizu will find another. They're going to get time onto that point, on towards A. At least 1 tick made. But can they keep the pressure on there as they're killing more every single time? Wheeler finds 1, Mizu finds another, but the trade comes in from Camps and Fiddle, looking to try and get into that zone here. You don't want to lose too many ticks, and you don't want to lose 3 because then it's a tie game guaranteed. But you never know. Is there going to be a chance for OMiT Queens in this defense to hold off A completely? The answer to that was obviously no. Here as the added minute was added, and now we're going to have a lot more time here this time for Elation to try and get towards B than the OMiT Queens side has. So it's looking good for Vault so far for the Elation roster. Can they get a few good kills as they're up in the advantage in lives, only by 2, but it could make a difference in the end.
Yeah, that's a big couple of kills there. They're up 3 now. Give it 4. Now they're flying up the map. They should be able to get some map control, potentially even get 1 player into art here. They're winning all the gunfights here across the board. They're on to B. They've got this first tick almost gone. This would give them the advantage. Just as I say it, though, it's 3 kills in the feed for OMiT Queens, and they clear that off. That was a huge win out of spawn for OMiT Queens. They're able to shut down that first tick. That could have been a huge advantage for Elation. Get onto the defending side. They're still up 5 lives, though, with well over a minute to go here. If you are the side of Elation, you can win on lives again. Obviously, though, you do kind of want that tick. If you can get it, it'd be huge to give you an advantage or potentially a round 5 defense. I think on Vault, defense is definitely one I personally prefer. But these players look very comfortable for the side of Elation. They are just gunning here on Vault.
Yeah, exactly that, and it literally gets the time on towards Amelia Rose, and onto another Mizu with 2 big ones in top R. All of a sudden finds a third onto Anarchy. This is going to be the opening 5 versus 12 here for OMiT Queens. Are very much down in numbers, and it looks like they're going to lose these tick progression because they're having to come in from a good distance away. Amelia Rose does find 1 though, tries to snap onto a second, but Oni is there to deal with him. It's a contested point, but 2 ticks over towards B, and only 2 more lives for OMiT Queens. You're going to have to commit your lives if you're OMiT. Just make sure you lose it on lives. You don't want to lose it by 6 ticks because that way you'll be losing the run completely, and that'll be even harder to come and fight back. But Elation are definitely turned up here for this control, not looking to find that final kill here as well, but they do eventually do it, and the round goes the way of Elation. Was that 5 ticks of progression made as well, and they are now 2-0 up with a defense to win this map. Looking better than they did in these first 2 maps, and definitely managing to switch yourself on here, realizing that this is all or nothing here. They're out. If not, they're going to be finishing 2nd spot. So yeah, a very good performance from the Elation roster now.
This is a lot better. This is what you needed to see if you wanted to see a crazy reverse sweep here in the finals. OMiT Queens still look very calm and collected, but still, you just got to start to get a little nervous. You go down 0-2 on control, maybe the nerves start to kick in for OMiT Queens. For once, everyone, other than Camps at neutral or currently negative, this is really a good sign for the side of Elation. Everyone contributing. 19 and 12 start out of Mizu. Crazy stuff from her. They were able to get 3 kills there out of top art there. They're going to find 1 here to start hot here in round number 3. They're looking to close this out in 3-0 fashion. Here is OMiT Queens, though, 3 in the feed. They should be able to at least get this progress onto A, get a tick or 2. They've got 2 on right now, 3rd hopping on. This should be moving pretty quick now. 1 chance here for Elation, 2 to contest. Here comes 2 through the back, looking for 1, finds 2, looking for a 3rd, gets help, and that is shut down. 2 ticks secured, but a great break there from Elation.
Yeah, massive 2 kills there. So Susan leads a teammate to finish the third, and that'll be the progression. Stop for a second here. 2 ticks made over towards A. But now you see OMiT Queens, where are they going to come from? Are they going to come from mid-map, still trying to finish off that A, add the extra minute, because they've got the life advantage, but only by 1. They're going to get that extra minute added here, because they've got 2 players on that zone. It looks like Elation have opted to decide, we're going to just defend here, B here, let them get that tick, and let's see if we can try and win it now by holding off on B. 2 players are on the zone though. Mizu will be dealt with, but free in the feed go the way of Elation. It's only camps that you've got to deal with now. Can they get the opportunity now with the way that things are going? Elation are looking good for it, but the fact is it is still ticks if it goes the distance to this one. If OMiT can manage to win this round, they're in the advantage in ticks wise, as you can see on that screen. But they're not managing to win the gunfights that they can do to open up this. As you can see on the map, minimap, player number 7 of Oni is trying to stay in the back spawn here. Finds one, Mizu finds another as well, so that's a good start up here in their spawn. We wait in time. Amelia Rose will not be on the screen, but it's camps at full find. Oni, Lila, we're going to try and get a trade on towards camps, and it's just going neck and neck. Trades work out for Elation here no matter what, they've got the advantage.
Yeah, they got a slight lead in the ticks as well as the lives now. This is looking like they could just shut this down. Ticks might not matter here. They're up 2-0. If they win this round, that is the map. At least force a game 4 here, heading back to hardpoint. Big thing we're seeing though, the guns are getting hot here for Elation. What we need to see out of them, Suze, Mizu, Ani, all in the feed, finding one. Layla does get gunned, but with Amelia Rose being the only one up out of spawn, this is going to be a really tough breakoff for OMiT Queens. You only have 10 lives now to work with. You're going to have to win this next wave. This could be just about your last ditch. After that, you're going to be just kind of flying at the point as we get near 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, 37 seconds on that time. Amelia Rose will get on towards B. Just for a second, that's going to draw players over towards it. She wins her 1 on towards Lila. Now you're expecting Oni in the back for that rotation. Mizu though has already made it towards top art. Finds 1. Will be traded out by Anarchy, and it's going to be back and forward here. 8 versus 10. OMiT on the zone. 2 players will start to take that time and hopefully finish off the kill. Suze finds a teammate though. That's going to be unfortunate timing, as Amelia Rose is going to potentially finish off this tick. Looks like it's going to be the round done here, and that's going to be OMiT getting 1 on the board, and it is. OMiT Queens keep the dream alive here to win it in 3. But they have to do another round here, this time on the defense against that Elation roster. That's a full ticks of progression from that one, and we'll get to see what that means in terms of the overall ticks. I feel like OMiT are in charge of that for tick-wise, but yeah, Elation just need 1 round, and they win it either way, so it'll be interesting to see if OMiT can hold their own in defense.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see. I think the thing I'm scared about is if OMiT gets rolling. We saw it on Hardpoint. When they get rolling, they are a very scary team. This OMiT Queens team is all momentum when they get going. All cylinders were firing there towards the end of that round. They were down lives. They needed a good 1 last attempt, and they were able to do it. This breakoff is everything here to set the tone for this round. I believe they are up 3 or 4 ticks if I'm doing the math right here. I believe it's 4 right now as we get into this round number 4. Nice shots there, dropping down into the vault as a nice breakoff here for Elation. There it is, 9-5, 4 tick advantage for OMiT. They're going to have to hold them to 3 or less if they want to be on the defending side. More importantly, though, they got to win this round just to force a game, or force a round 5 here. Mizu able to find 1 trade, finally track down. Now a chance for OMiT Queens to start to put pressure here on the spawn. But Sue's up onto the B site, able to find a kill, and that does alleviate, what was almost a tick. It does alleviate a little pressure, though, for the side of Elation to break out.
Yeah, I felt like Suze was just going to sneak a wee tick there over towards B. That wasn't B doing that. Was shut down. Anarchy finds 2 in the feed as well. Eventually traded out though. Suze and Leila finding 2 in the feed and starting to push out from this defense at OMiT. Brooklyn trying to hold their own. Whitfiddle finds 1 onto Mizu. Going to get unfortunate timing with a reload and be traded out. But Camps with a massive 2. Suze and Leila will fall. Camps gets out with her life. Now we've got to worry about the player that just crossed over towards B. And Anarchy goes for that chase, decides I don't need to know because the teammate's called out. I've got her. She is sorted, and they've only managed to make 1 tick here for Elation. It's looking good in this defense, and they've got the advantage in numbers as well. 20 lives to 16. Make that 15 as another kill goes the way of OMiT Queens. And with 26 seconds left on that clock, OMiT Queens looking to hold out this defense and have that superiority here and tie it up, and they'll get the defensive round going into the way things are going.
Yeah, this looks like OMiT should be able to force a round 5 here. More importantly, though, they've only given up 1 tick. This is going to be a defensive side for OMiT Queens. They look phenomenal here on the defense. Last-ditch attempt, number 5, Mizu trying to slide in. They find one. They're going to need help from their team. Not going to be enough. Nice gun there from Amelia Rose. And that's defense secured for OMiT Queens. A little bit of body shooting there at the end of the round. As we head to what could be the final round of the grand finals. OMiT Queens with a potential reverse sweep on the vault. Elation needing to get back into this here in this round 5. What do they need to do differently here for the attacking? They're going to have to go back on attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a difficult task, especially when that attack there faltered and only managed to get 1 ticket progression. It was definitely a better showing here from OMiT Queens in that round. And yeah, the way that they've turned this around from being 2-0 down, just kept level-headed, kept herself in it, and you see the difference in that kill over on the side as well. They were pretty negative for the most part. It was only Caps that was really going positive. Everybody's starting to bring themselves back to almost even here, other than Fiddle, but I mean, they're doing what they have to do. She's been killing on the objective and getting some good work done, but it is going to be a defensive round, which you always favour OMiT Queens to go on and win this one, considering Elation would have been really happy with the start that they had, but have charted to falter, and OMiT Queens have found the weaknesses so far in that Elation roster. Fiddle will find Layla. Are we going to get the time in? Pulls out the pistol though. Unfortunate timing ensues. Will Gunner is going to be now a spawn trap here. Anarchy is up there, finds one, but traded out by Mizu, who's been one of the stand-up players so far for the Elation roster. 31 and 27 she's gone, but only going to be able to get towards the zone. They managed to get 3 stacked on towards A, trying to add this valuable time that they'll need to try and win the round. They've got the life advantage, and Camps will get 1 to make it even almost in this feed, but that A zone will be secured in just a second, but there's 2 kills. Wow. Wow.
Oh man, they just about had it. About half a second off. Mizu though, double kill. Mizu doing everything for this Elation roster here, up to 35 kills here in map number 3, trying to keep their live, keep everything alive. Suze finds a nice double, and this should be the A zone capped this time around. Even on lives, 1:30 on the clock. This is going to be an absolute bang out to end it. Amelia Rose though immediately finds 2 and advantage back over to OMiT. They do have good control. This is going to be a huge route for Mizu. Mizu got 3 here last time through art. Looks like they are reading it though. Number 4 has turned around looking for it. They're going to find it, and that is a huge kill. Camps letting them know. 37 kills here in map number 3.
Camps looking for the 40 bomb. Amelia Rose just got past the 30 as well. They're starting to get heated up here, and the girls are absolutely slaying in the department on lives. 16-9. Elation looks like all of their momentum from the first 2 rounds has gone. It's dwindled. They've lost 2 in a row, and it looks like it's going to be 3 rounds in a row for the reverse sweep in the control. And Anarchy and Layla and everybody else of that OMiT Queens are just playing with their food inside their spawn. Amelia Rose will find Layla. Amelia Rose looking to try and add a second, but 14 versus 5, I'm sorry to say, Elation. It looked like the comeback was coming, and it's unfortunate that OMiT Queens found some form in the next 3 rounds afterwards to follow, and OMiT Queens looking to secure this winner's position. TPC Women's LAN Miami, 21 seconds left on that time. Have OMiT Queens going to win it in kills. 1 more life. Lila, you've got a 1 versus 11, I'm afraid. It's not looking good. And we'll see you take some shots, and before you know,
give Camps the 40 bomb. Come on.
Give her it. There she is. Oh, she's got us Anarchy. No, it's not Camps. Camps isn't going to get it.
Yeah!
Camps gets it.
40 bomb.
The 40 bomb for the win. And there we go. We see a reaction finally from the OMiT Queens. They get up. They're happy. They win. TPC Women's LAN in Miami here. And that is the phenomenal performance. A 3-0 sweep, as they said. And Fiddle said that was going to be the case. We wanted to get this over and done with. They go on and do it at the Rock Esports Centre. And that was a phenomenal show and a phenomenal comeback in that control.
Yeah, that was insanity. 4,700 damage. Also, Mizu did have 4,700 as well. 36 out of her. So great stuff from Elation in terms of just getting things going early, but even better job, Queens. Undeniable there. They reverse sweep on control on the search. They just keep composed, even when it looked like it might be a 5-3 curse. I loved what I saw out of OMiT Queens, and I'm sure Rafi going to be a happy owner here for the side of OMiT. kind of infamous for winning championships. So not surprised to see OMiT again on top here at this LAN.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. Rafi just finds talent everywhere. It doesn't matter what side of the pond or they're coming from. Amelia Rose, all the way from the UK, showing up in the LAN Miami and showing exactly what she could do in that roster. An absolutely phenomenal performance overall. But Camps was just phenomenal in that slaying department. She could not be stopped. No matter what map we were on, she was showing up in the performance. And you know what? I can't even write her off. She's definitely the MVP standout of that whole series.